Well, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve Scream Seven talk. Um, Obviously, you guys know my name, Ghostface Fanatic. Obviously, um, so yeah, I planned on doing this stream tonight. Obviously, there's another one tomorrow night as well. Christmas, Christmas night, which will be pretty interesting as well. But yeah, we're gonna wait for some people to get up in here. And obviously, we already got some people in here. I actually seen Scott Walker and Tatum in here. Um, Hi, Ghostface, Stu. Merry Christmas to you, very down and holiday, glad to. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I know the reason why I didn't do it a little earlier is because obviously um so I didn't do it a little earlier mostly because I hang out with my family, and tomorrow night, obviously tomorrow during the day, I'll be hanging out with my family and whatnot. Um so yeah, that's why I usually do it at nighttime, do it a little later instead of before, like during the day. Um which yeah, I'm glad that you're here. Much appreciated. And also Scott Walker is in here too. Merry Christmas, guys. Yep, Merry Christmas to you as well. Um, Thank you for joining me. Um, Hi, Scott. Merry Christmas to you as well. Where's Santa at? Anyone tracking him? Yeah, I really don't know where he's at. Hi, Daniel. Hi, how are you? It said Scream 7 is delayed. Yeah, it is. I actually heard that it could be delayed. It could be pushed back, to 2026 instead. Um, Even though I did say that I truly believed that we weren't going to get it for some reason. I don't know why. I just felt like we weren't going to get it after everything happened, like that. All the actors leaving and whatnot. Um, I was just very, shocked when we heard that the director left. Like, so I'm very curious. I'm very curious, to see like what they do, moving forward. Very curious to see if they, decide to obviously, make it still but delay it. Which I don't really know what they're gonna do. I mean, Melissa Burr again. I know I'm not gonna get into too much politics because that's not really what I like to do, but I do like speaking my mind about stuff, on this channel. Um, and I don't want to get too political or anything, but I do believe that she was done wrong, but I'll just leave it at that. Um, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if they, continue. Um, oh, me too. It will happen. I believe. I believe with all my heart. Next year, probably not, but in 2025, yes, and we'll get Ned back. Oh yeah, 100%. I think so as well. I think that we could definitely get Ned back 100%. Um, and I've been saying that from day one. When Scream 7 was announced, like I was saying that Nev Campbell, it's a possibility that she could return, and I still think that she can. It's very possible, 100%. Um, the only thing that I have a problem with, the only thing that I have a problem with is that I don't really know I heard that she's pretty upset, which I don't blame her for that. And I don't really know if she's gonna. My only problem is that, okay, this is the way I'm gonna put it. So Nev Campbell seems pretty upset, about the whole situation with Melissa Burr. So I really don't know if she's gonna still come back or she's decided not to come back. But it looks like she could come back still. Um, that's what it looks like. Not saying that she is, but it definitely looks like that's what she's gonna do. So, um, I mean, who really knows at this point? As I was saying, I'm predicting that she is gonna be back personally for Scream 7, because they don't have another story to tell. They don't have any final girls. Tara and Sam are basically like your final girls, and it would be hard for me to see them, just not have Sydney back, So I do think that Nev Campbell will potentially be back. I guess it depends on what her feelings are about the whole, Melissa Burr situation. But I did predict that she will be back. So I think if they get Melissa and Jenna, Nev Campbell, Patrick Dempsey, and maybe Matthew Lillard, aka Schumacher, and back for Scream 7. And the only cast members that can save Scream 7. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. Especially Patrick Dempsey. I mean, Patrick Dempsey, it depends. Number one, it depends on what he's doing. Depends on, what his. It depends on what his schedule looks like, But if he's not doing anything during that time, whenever they start filming, I'm pretty sure that he'll, be willing, to do it. Because if you guys don't remember, he was supposed to be in Scream 4, but obviously that got delayed. That got delayed, or not delayed. Sorry. Okay, so he was supposed to be in Scream. Sorry, guys. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of Scream 7. Sorry. So Patrick Dempsey he was supposed to be in Scream 4, but he was doing other projects. So he didn't get, he wasn't able to be in Scream 4. But yeah, he was supposed to be in Scream 4. I didn't know if you guys knew that or not, but yeah, he was supposed to be in Scream 4, 100%. And he just didn't do it because, again, he was doing other projects. So yeah, I think that's a possibility as well, that we could get, Patrick Dempsey back. Fingers crossed. Yes, I believe it. Yeah, I do too. I think it could work. Do you think Matthew Lillard, aka Stu Macher, return for Scream 7 or not? I mean, it really depends on his, it really depends on what he's feeling, with the whole Melissa Barrera thing. Because, like I was saying, I'm pretty sure everyone's upset about the situation, and I would be as well. Like, I would be absolutely upset about the whole situation. So I definitely think that it's a possibility that he will still want to come back. And obviously it's still I don't think it's off the table, it's definitely not open and shut. Like, I think that he could definitely come back still. But the thing is that you got to get Nev Campbell, because if you don't get Nev Campbell involved, then you're basically, what's going to happen is, it's just not going to work, because you don't got any other final girls. And if Stu does come back, like who is he gonna go after? I mean, is he gonna just go after Kirby? Is he gonna go after Gale? Like no, like he's got to go after Sydney because that makes the most sense. I think personally, that's just my opinion on that. I think it makes the most sense. It's more like the most logical. Um, Personally, that's just my opinion on that. Um, so I do think it's very possible that Matthew Lillard will come back. Um, and again, I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying he isn't. I'm just saying that it's a possibility, and I hope he does because again, Scream 5, all the clues that we got, all the evidence and whatnot, all the clues, and Scream 5 and Scream 6. I mean, you basically gave us a whole bunch of clues and whatnot of him possibly being alive. So definitely think it's a possibility, 100%. Still, yes, absolutely, yeah, 100 for Stu, yeah, 100 for Stu. I do believe it's going to be a Spider-Man No Way Home situation. How big they kept Tobey Maguire a secret. I think it's going to be the same thing of Matthew Lillard for Scream 7. Yeah, that's very possible because again, and the only reason why Tobey Maguire again probably lied about not being Spider-Man is probably because he didn't want to, give it away. And I really don't blame him for that because you don't really want to give it away and just say you're going to come back. Like you want it to be a surprise. So that's why I wouldn't be surprised that I would expect Matthew Lillard to lie about it, as I said many times, because again, he basically, you're basically giving away that, the secret and whatnot. So I think that, him, you're basically, you're giving it away, and everyone wants to be surprised going into the film. Nobody wants to miraculously have somebody like nobody wants the movie to be spoiled. Everyone wants it to be a surprise. Everyone just wants to see him pop up. And that's what I would expect him to do. To lie, because I don't want him to spoil it for us. I want to go in being surprised by it, that he's back. Oh yeah, I mean, it's very possible, and again, that's just my biggest thing. So Matthew Lillard, of course, is not going to just come out and say that he's going to return. Like he's just not going to come out and say that, because again, that would ruin the movie. So that buddy tired. I'm about to crash. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you feel the need to, if you want to go to sleep, you could totally go to sleep if you want. I mean, it's totally cool. Um, and at least I'm glad that you popped in to say hello, because I know how that is. Sometimes you hop on a stream or whatever and you fall asleep. How you going, my friend? Or how you going, my friend? I'm having a very good Christmas. A lot of presents. Yeah, I got a lot of presents. Well, obviously today I only got a few things, but tomorrow, so I basically got two sides of the family, obviously, because my dad and mom, kind of split up, so it's kind of like I have two sides. Um, so I go like on my mom's side, then my dad's side. So like today I went on my mom's side, and then tomorrow I'll be going on my dad's side, to hang out with family for Christmas Day. We'll be getting a little bit. I'll be getting a little bit more, more. I think gifts. Um, which today I got a little bit. I got some, shirts. I got some body wash, so that's good, right? Got to stay clean, but yeah. So that's basically what I got today. I didn't really get much, of course, which I don't really expect much because again, Christmas. I'm not a kid no more. I'm not a kid no more. I don't expect, a lot of stuff, so it doesn't really affect me, personally because I'm grown now and I can basically buy what I want. So, but yeah, tomorrow's definitely gonna be tomorrow's definitely gonna be the real deal. I mean, today was too, but tomorrow's the actual like Christmas like so. Yeah, it needs some money. I heard a sledge bell. I think I heard Santa's sleigh last night. Yeah, a lot of people have said that they've heard a lot of stuff like that before, which is crazy. Nice, Scott. Merry Christmas, Ghostface. How's it going, Val? Thank you for popping in. Yeah, I planned this out. Obviously, I think a little over a week ago. I just planned it out, and it started to be fun to go live tonight, and then obviously tomorrow night. Um, again, we'll be going. I'll be going live again, and then on New Year's. So obviously, you guys know I scheduled this. I scheduled my streams now, but so on New Year's I'll be doing a New Year's. I think on December the 30th, I believe. Let me make sure because I believe I'm doing it on the December the 30th. Um, my New Year stream. It's basically my New Year stream that I'm gonna be doing. It's my New Year. My New Year's horror bash. That's what it is. So we're basically gonna be hanging out, obviously on New Year's and December the 31st. So December the 31st, I'm gonna be doing, a New Year's stream as well, where we basically just hang out, and then obviously tomorrow, same deal. Tomorrow night, Christmas night. So yeah, if you those of you that could come join me, I would appreciate it if you would pop in and hang out with me. Um, it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, yeah, thank you for popping in, and Merry Christmas to you as well. Merry Christmas, man. My fiance Trish is younger. Brother bought it as a Labrador and Husky. The names of Rocco and Hunter. Trish. I have a house full of dogs today. Oh, I bet. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't really have any pets personally. Um, I just don't really. I don't know. Like the main animal that I can't stand is cats. That's probably the number one animal that I cannot stand. And the reason why I can't stand cats is because they basically get on counters and they get into their cat litter and whatnot, and they be licking on shit. Cats to me are disgusting personally. Like, that's just my honest opinion. I mean, they just leave hair all over the counters and whatnot. They're just absolutely annoying, and nasty in my opinion. That's why I prefer dogs. I prefer dogs over cats. Um, Even though I don't have a dog at all. So, and I don't really want one personally because they are hard to take care of. But yeah, man, that's pretty cool though. Oh, I think it has been delayed because of the creator teams are working on deals and money to get Matthew Lillard and Nev Campbell on board for Scream 7. That's why I think it could be one of the reasons. Yep, definitely. I think so too. And maybe all this, what if this all turns out to be just fake, which I highly doubt it is. Like, I highly doubt them firing Melissa Barrera as fake. Like, I think that's legit. That legit, that really happened. But I'm just thinking of like possible scenarios. Like, what if all this whole situation is just to throw us off, for Scream 7, which I wouldn't be surprised by that. But even though I know it's 100% real, I already know that. Like, I'm not no damn. Like, I know it's real. I know that Melissa Barrera legit got fired. But I'm just saying, like, what if it was like, what if they somehow was like all a lie or something, like just to throw us off? Then it turns out she was actually in the film, like, which I highly doubt that, but that would be crazy. What do you think of all this news, Val? This franchise needed to shake up. Storylines were getting a bit stale and just repeated over and over. Yeah, you're right. Like the storylines are just we haven't really got anything really that creative, Like, every Scream film has been the same, damn near. Like, basically it's always somebody in the house getting a phone call, or something like that, and it's just like, man, we want to see something new, We don't want to see the same old stuff that we've been getting. So I personally think that we should get more. I personally believe that we should get more creativeness, like, again, like more creative kills, more creative opening scenes and whatnot. Because again, we haven't seen Ghostface kill anybody with a different weapon before. We haven't seen him grab like another weapon, like a hammer or nothing, or just a wrench or anything, which is crazy. But yeah, because he's mostly known for his buck knife. So I mean, that's the main reason. But I feel like Ghostface could change his weapon too, like, and do like new things, like use different, like farming equipment and whatnot, and just more creativeness, because it seems like ever since 1996, every Scream film has been the same. Like, the kills, haven't been all that great. It's just always been just a stab to the side, stab to the back. It's really not that creative. I feel like we need more. We definitely need more, creativeness now. Now that we got, new technology, and that's just my opinion. because we haven't seen Ghostface use other weapons. Like, how cool would it be to see Ghostface use like a chainsaw or something, like, and then have like all the blood like splatter all over the mask? Like that would be really creative. Um, because again, we haven't seen that. We haven't seen Ghostface. We haven't seen him do that at all. We haven't. We haven't seen him kill anybody like that. Okay, maybe he's throwing people off balconies and whatnot, in like Scream 2 and Scream 3. But that's the most creative, that they got. And obviously that car scene was pretty intense in Scream 2, But aside from those like scenes and those kills, like they haven't really got anything, like they haven't really been like too creative. Like they haven't changed it up, you know. Um, which I do, give them credit in Scream 2, for changing that up, in that car scene. And then obviously that balcony scene was brutal, So yeah, we just need overall just more creativeness. I agree. And just a better storyline. I agree, Val. Let's bring back the OG. Yeah. I do with Scream what DGG did with Halloween direct sequel from after the OG having a similar time jump. Then you could bring back Randy and Dewdrop. Oh, that would be absolutely cool as well. I mean, I would be down for that. Um, and I kind of wish, that they didn't kill Randy personally. I don't know what, like, I feel like he had a lot more in him, and he died way too soon, in my opinion. He should have been in Scream 3 and even Scream 4, in my opinion. Um, that's just my honest thoughts on that. Like, I believe that he should have been in Scream 4 and even Scream 3, like I was saying. And I don't know. He didn't really get that much time. I don't think. He was only in, Scream 1996, survived that, and then gets killed in Scream 2. So, I mean, I felt like he should have. He definitely had a lot more. He definitely had a lot more in him, for sure. Didn't know that. Thanks, Ghostface. What did you not know? If you could kind of elaborate on that a little bit. Yes, bring back Stu, because I think that's the only way to save Scream 7 is to bring back Stu, you know, and that the Stu character will bring a lot of money, you know, and also Nev Campbell being in the film, and then aside on top of that having Patrick Dempsey back and possibly Joel, which Joel the cameraman. I mean, come on, and then obviously if you guys don't remember, um, Parker Posey too wants to come back, which not necessarily saying that she will come back. I don't really know if they're going to bring her back, but it would be really cool, to have Patrick Dempsey, Joel, like I was saying. So having Mark Kincaid, Joel, and obviously Martha and Jennifer Jolie. Now that's a pretty good cast. Which Yeah, that's that's gonna get a lot of views for sure. No, I don't think Stu will return. That ship has sailed, fortunately, especially with all that is going on right now. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you in a way, but I really just hope. I hope, man. I still hope. And by the way, sorry, I'm not trying to call you like a man or not. Sorry about that. Um, when I'm saying sorry, I didn't mean to say that. So what I mean is that like I just hope I hope that he does return. You know, not saying that he will because it's kind of difficult right now. You know, with all the the Melissa Barrera situation, the Jenna Ortega situation, um, and then obviously you got Nev Campbell. That's pretty disappointing as well. So who really knows? I mean, who really knows? But I tend to agree with you in a way, but I hope I'm wrong. Because I really want to see. I really want to see it. And by the way, I didn't mean to like call you a man or nothing. I was just so I hope you're not like offended by that or anything. I didn't mean to like call you a man or nothing. I was just bring back Stu or bring back Dewey some way. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna bring back Dewey personally. Um, the only way they're gonna bring back Dewey is if they have like some sequence where they see where he has like a gravestone or maybe like a flashback scene or something like that. Like so that's the only way that they're gonna, bring. That's the only way they're gonna bring, Dewey back. Oh yeah, they did. They did Dewey dirty, in my opinion. Like again, they should have approached him in a better. They should have approached David Arquette in a better way. Than what they did. Like they didn't really approach him. I don't feel in the in the appropriate way or anything like that. So yeah, I do think that he got done dirty. Personally, that's just me. Um, that I just do, man. I just don't think. I mean, come on, like legit. He went. You mean to tell me that he's not going to remember to shoot him in the head? Like, I mean, that's just the boat. That's trash. Like, yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, Scott. I didn't block anybody. So yeah, so dirty. Yeah, I cry every time that I. Yeah, exactly. Like he was just done so dirty because again, if you guys don't remember, in Scream 3, he shot Roman in the head, and again, even though Sydney told him to do that, like he still shot somebody in the head. So therefore, why not? Like when he had the chance to shoot him, why didn't they? And then on top of that, how come they made him like he basically got distracted by a phone? I mean, he was already in the elevator. He was already, he already had Tara, Richie, and Sam in the elevator. You know, so why did he have to go back? you know? And I felt like that was stupid because he was, and then he got distracted by a phone. Like, come on, man. Absolutely ridiculous. He's not going to fall for that. Come on now. I mean, in Scream 3, he basically shot, he shot Roman in the damn head. So he should have did, he should have did, he should have known how, he already knew how to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, he already knew how to aim. He already knew how to, just like when you shoot somebody, even though a lot of people say that, in the other Scream movies, he was missing shots and what, I agree with that. But again, in Scream 3, when he shot Roman in the head, he should know how to do that all these years later. Like, because he's been through that so many times. No, I can't, Scott, and I wouldn't even if I could. I'm not involved with what is going on. I'm blocked to Scott. Don't let it go. Why don't you like Jen? Okay, there's a reason why people probably block you again because you're probably being weird, you know? And people don't like weirdos, especially people that like that, try to stalk others. Like, no, we're in here to talk about horror. We're in here to talk about Scream. We're not here to be negative or anything like that. That's not what we do, you know? So that's your own problem. I'm sorry that if they blocked you, there's a reason for that. So enough said. And again, I'm not trying to ruin anybody's Christmas. I'm just being honest here. Like, and I believe they already have another director to replace Landon. Hoping it is Eli, bro. Yeah, definitely. And did you know that obviously that Landon he's basically quit. He basically said he quit like 7 weeks ago. And that's crazy. So he basically kept it in 7 weeks ago for 7 weeks, and he's just now coming. Now he's just now speaking up about it, like, which is crazy. Like he literally waited until Christmas, to bring it up. It's me too. Okay, Scott, stop. Okay, it's time to stop. I already gave you a warning already. I'm gonna time you out if you don't stop. Understood? I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's Christmas. But quit being negative. That's not what we do here. I'm trying to be nice, but we talked about it last night. Eli did Thanksgiving, and it was an awesome movie and had no problems with working with Spyglass. We need someone like that. Oh, without a doubt. Oh yeah, and Eli did that film Thanksgiving, which I have to go watch that still because I heard that film was pretty damn good. A pretty good slasher, and I heard it was I think it was a whodunit, like a death mystery. Like, isn't like a horror mystery, kind of like a Scream film? That's pretty cool. I love whodunits. I love horror mysteries. I'm sorry, Scott. Just don't let it bother you. I moved out a long time ago. Okay, Tatum, we can't just keep at we gotta quit being negative here, okay? There's probably a reason why. So country's legend of her we'll welcome you there. So what's your favorite video games to play on PS5? Yeah, I played the new Spider-Man, which that's pretty good. Um, Tatum, I just don't want a new hotshot director coming in and not giving Scream any respect. Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. How cool will it be if Matthew Lillard directed and acted in Scream 7? Actor and director, what do you think about this idea? I really don't know what to think about the idea. It would be really cool, I guess. Um, even though I want him to be in the film, of course. So I mean that would be pretty interesting, but that's too far fetched at this point, especially with everything that's going on. So I do agree with Val on that. That's a really good point. That there is a lot going on, so they need to give Scream respect. I mean, oh my gosh, there's part 7, which I'm dying to see what it's like. Part 3, and no one ever. Well, yeah, no one will ever be like Wes. You're 100% right on that. Like 100% right. So that's just my opinion on that. I don't want them to rehash Scream 3 or everything because we already got, Scream 3 was already, it was a good film. It was a great film, you know? It was a great film. We don't need to, remake it. We don't need any of that personally. Like we don't. So I think they need to. I hope they do their own thing. I hope they decide to do their own story, do their own thing because again, I don't want to see a rehash, of the other Scream like Scream 3 because you might as well call it a remake at that point. So that's just my opinion. Like you might as well just call it a remake at that point if you're gonna, rehash Scream 3. Like, which I made a video talked about, what if they brought back, Milton's Mansion, for one scene, like in a cameo. And I thought that would be a good idea, I really thought it would be a good idea. 100%. Um, so even though like I don't really think that's really copying. At least having like having that in the cameo, like in a cameo or something. I don't really think that's copying. But I think the only way it would be copying is like if they had the same ending like Scream 3 or something like that, and they're in Milton's mansion. That's the only way it would be copying. But if we seen Milton's mansion in like a cameo, I wouldn't mind that. I'm just afraid they are going to do a full on reboot, bringing in total new characters. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Like, and I really don't want to see that. It seems like these new directors are trying to end the OGs. It's ridiculous. Is this the end or the end of an era? This is the end or the end of it? Yeah, I know this is news. I hadn't really checked. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'm scared. Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, a lot of these new movies today are just not. They're not as good. They're just not. They're not as creative nowadays. You really can't. You really can't. What am I gonna say? You really can't trust anybody. Sorry, I'm just trying to think what I'm trying to say. So what I'm trying to say is that you basically can't. Like everything today is just generic. Like everyone does the same crap over and over and over, and they don't change it up. And then when there's like old OG characters and whatnot in a film, they try to kill them off like slowly in a stupid way. Like it's just not. Films today just ain't like what used to be. Like everything's just there's just no creativeness, no nothing. And that's what I worry about for Scream 7. Like that, there's not going to be any creativeness. You know, which Scream 7 or Scream 5 wasn't all that bad. Personally, I don't think Scream 5 was that bad. Um, or Scream 5 was bad. Like I don't think Scream 5 was bad. I just don't like it. I just don't like Scream 5. Scream 5 is by far the worst in the franchise. And then Scream 6, I think that's a good film. I think it's better than Scream 5, even though it's still not, perfect, of course. Of course, it still has its, moments, but it's still a good, well rounded film. Just want the new teens to give what Wes was putting on the screen and what he wanted for Scream some respect. Exactly. That's all I want. And then on top of that, and the problem that I had with Scream 5 again was that, they were basically showing a tribute to him and they didn't add a chase scene. They didn't add any of that, which is crazy. Like, how can you be a fan of a Scream film? How can you be a fan of the franchise and not add any chase scenes? You know, I never understood that. Like how can you do that? I do. I want him back, and no one has talked about what was on the footage. Gil got from Scream. It could start from that and still alive. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And I think that there's a possibility that Dewey even knew, like that Stu was alive. 100%. Because in Scream 5, if you don't remember, he was basically talking about him in the present tense. So, and usually you usually don't talk about somebody in the present tense. I would love to see Wes's original one for Scream 3 to come to the screen. Yes, exactly. 100%. Yeah, 0 1. Yeah, actually, yeah. That would be cool though. Wes even said in an interview he made a mistake killing off Randy. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he made a big mistake. He was actually gonna um, say that he faked his own death or whatever. But he decided, when he made the decision, obviously it was a hard decision for him to make, and he regrets it. He regretted it big time. Like he just didn't. Like after he decided to do it, he regretted it. He wished that he would have kept Randy in the films a lot longer, which I was hoping so as well. I was hoping that we would see him, a lot longer. I was hoping that we would see him in the films, like in Scream 3 at least, and Scream 4. Um, but yeah, it's just sad, I personally, if I was a director, I wouldn't have did that. I would have kept him alive personally. Um, because again, I feel like he just had a lot more in him, like he had a lot more, in my opinion. Where is that interview? Have y'all seen that routine? Yeah, that interview is actually, yeah, it's on Scream Rat. Yeah. Yep. Merry Christmas to you as well, Tatum. Been going through the worst and ever, and I've been thankful for my job and my being with my puppy and my kids. Other than that, life is so hard. Oh, it is. I bet it is. Yeah, it definitely is. 100%. Like I don't have any kids or anything like that, and I don't plan on having any personally in my life. Well, I wouldn't say in my life. I mean, I probably will one day, but certainly not right now. Um, because yeah, it just costs a lot of money personally, and I don't know. I'm fine. I'm fine just being on my own, just doing my own thing. I don't really need necessarily to have. I don't need to have a wife or a girlfriend or anything right now. I feel like I'm happy. So, I mean, I don't really need that, I feel like I'm too young. Is what I'm saying. Like I want to wait until I get. I want to wait until I get a lot older, to do anything like that. So, um, that's just my opinion. Because eventually I will. Eventually I will. I'm not saying that I won't, because eventually I probably will. Like one day I will have. I will get. I will have my own like kids of my own one day, but just not right now. Because again I'm too young. I'm too young, so I personally don't. I mean, I'm happy right now, so but I understand. I understand life is. I really don't know how that really feels because obviously, again, I don't have any kids of my own, so I really don't. But I do have nieces and nephews, um, that I absolutely love. But yeah, I don't have any kids of my own or anything like that. So I don't really know how that. I really don't know how that feels personally because I don't. I've never experienced it, so. If they have a Christmas setting in Scream 7, I would like to see Ghostface full Santa costume, but only wearing the mask when he's killing people. Oh yeah, and I don't know if you know, but there is this guy named. So there's this guy named I forget his name, but he's got a channel where basically he does fan films, right? He does fan films, Scream fan films, and he makes like stab films or whatever. So I forget his name. Jack Stannis, I'm pretty sure knows him. You guys know who Jack Stannis is. Obviously, Craven does as well. Um, so yeah, and Val, I'm pretty sure you know as well. But yeah, I uh I forget his name. I think his name is Joshua Dudley. That's his name. Yeah, that's right, Joshua Dudley. Um, so he basically makes like stab films. He basically makes like Scream fan films and whatnot. He just came out with a new one, basically with the Christmas setting and whatnot. And basically, Ghostface has. There's a scene where Ghostface has like a full like Santa outfit, but it's like they made it into like a robe, and then obviously he had like the hood and whatnot. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, and basically he that was pretty creative, Um, I never thought of anything like that, making the robe like a Santa outfit, like. But yeah, I thought that was pretty creative. But yeah, if you guys, I suggest you guys go watch that because that film is really good. The fan film. Obviously, if you guys don't know who Joshua Dudley is, he's the owner of the Stab Films or whatever. He makes like Stab fan films and whatnot. But yeah, he made a Scream version of Scream or a Christmas version of Scream, which is it just came out literally like a week ago, a couple weeks ago, I believe. Um, so yeah, you guys should go definitely watch it because it's pretty good. And it goes this way. I wanted to hop in and wish you a Merry Christmas, bro. Oh, thank you, Craven. How's it going, man? Merry Christmas to you as well. Much appreciated. Hope your Christmas goes well. And obviously, Christmas Eve, that's not really the real deal or anything like that, but it is still considered to be Christmas. So, and tomorrow's the real deal. But yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well. Hope you all are having a wonderful Christmas. Oh, I am. Um, I was just talking to Val, Tatum, and Scott, about basically. So I have two sides of a family. So I have obviously my dad's side and then my mom's side. Basically, I basically go on both sides. I go with my mom's, like on my mom's side for Christmas Eve. So that's what I did today. Um, and tomorrow I'll be going to my dad's side. So I basically had two Christmases in a way. Even though I didn't really get much today, I got a few t-shirts, and then I got some, cleaning, like body wash and whatnot. But that's basically all I really got. Because I don't really expect too much. Because now that I'm older, you're not, when you're not a kid no more, you really don't expect as much, um, because basically I could, when you're grown, you can buy your own things. You don't really need to, doesn't really offend you that much, when you're older. Um, but I did get a couple shirts and whatnot. I got a couple shirts, got some body wash, you know, gotta have that, you know what I mean? But, um, and then, you got, that's basically all I got. And then tomorrow I'll be getting a little bit more. Won't be getting much again, which I don't expect. I don't expect to get much either, because again, I'm grown. I can buy my own things, but yeah, I mean, it's been going pretty good so far. Tomorrow obviously is another day hanging out with family. Um, yeah, I hope your Christmas is going well. I hope your Christmas is going good as well. Is Steve ever gonna come back? And can you unblock me? Okay, Scott Walker and Tatum, you guys got to stop. Okay, we can't. There's a reason why people block you. Okay, it's probably because you're being weird, and people don't like that. So just cut it. Let's just talk about movies. Let's quit talking about who blocked who blocked. It's not about that. This channel is not about that. We're trying to again have a good time here. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's Christmas, but just quit being negative. I already told you how many times already. I've told you like 4 times today, at least like 2 times or 3 times already. So you got one more strike, and then I'm timing you out. I'm telling you. I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. I want everyone to have a good time. But when you have negativity in the chat, you got to do what you need to do. So you get one more strike, man, and then I'm timing you out. because it's not what my channel's about. I don't like when people I don't like negativity, you know. So hey, I'm not saying that you're a weirdo or anything like that, Tatum. I'm just saying that Scott doesn't seem to understand, you know, like why there's probably a reason why people are blocking him, you know, and certain chats. Merry Christmas to you guys. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well. And again, I'm not trying to ruin anybody's Christmas. I just don't want negativity, you know. I want everybody to have a good time. Talk about, you know, movies. Talk about Scream. Don't want negativity, you know. That's not what we do here. So that's all I'm saying. Just wondered how long we will have to wait to see another Scream movie. I'm gonna say probably they'll probably push it back until 2026. If I'm being honest with you, um, because at first I thought that they weren't gonna make it because I don't really know how Nev Campbell. I don't know what she's feeling like. I don't know if she's upset about the whole situation, you know, with Melissa Barrera and whatnot. But depending on how that goes, depending on how she feels, you know, I just hope that I hope that other cast members don't decide to leave, you know, because then that would just ruin the film. Then the film would probably most definitely be canceled. But I think as you know, as the cast, you know, doesn't opt out or anything, decides, you know, to do the film still. I still think that we'll get a Scream 7, but it'll just be like delayed, like probably 2026 or so. Even though I was saying that 2025 is the release date, the most realistic release date, but I could totally see, you know, them delaying it, you know, pushing it back now with all the everything going on. So I know Val. I am so scared how long I wanted to connect me. Now I'm scared as hell. Yeah. Well, Scream 7 may not, you know, there's a possibility that it could, you know, they may cancel it, which, again, I'm not saying that they will cancel, but it's definitely a possibility. Because if you have more opt outs, you have more cast members that decide not to be in the film, then that's just going to ruin the whole thing. Because you already lost Melissa Barrera. On top of that, you lost, you know, Jenna Ortega. And then you could possibly lose Nev Campbell depending on how she's feeling, you know, about the whole Melissa Barrera situation. Um, and then possibly Matthew Lillard, which if he's truly in the film, he could also not be. Maybe he'll decide not to be in it, you know. So I mean that's just a scenario. That's a possible scenario, you know. And then at that point, the movie will be definitely canceled, in my opinion, because you won't have any cast members. You won't have Nev Campbell. Then on top of that, you won't have Melissa Barrera nor Jenna Ortega. Then all you're left with is obviously Courtney Cox and then Hayden Panettiere, and then obviously um, Mason Gooding and Jasmine Savoy Brown. That's basically it. You know, if that happens, we'll see if that happens. But I guess it really all depends on what Nev Campbell feels like. And she's pretty upset about the whole situation. I really don't know. It's hard to say. I was hoping myself to see Scream 7 in 2024. I was hoping so as well, because I was hoping that they were going to release it, because usually they do the films. Like Scream 5 came out in 2022, but they started filming in the summer of 2021. And then after that, they started filming Scream 6 in the summer of 2022. And then obviously that came out in 2023. So yeah, I agree with that, but I think that they wanted to do a little different because it's obviously another trilogy. So, and it's basically like a finale. So they basically wanted us to wait another 2 years, or another year or so. So they probably won't start filming. I mean, it's very possible that it could come out in 2025 still. I'm not saying that that's not possible, but I agree. I would have loved to see it come out in 2024. Yeah, I would have loved that, but unfortunately, we'll probably have to wait until 2025, 2026. Especially if it gets delayed, which that's going to be unfortunate, because then we'll have to wait another couple years. I'm tired, Ghostface. Okay, if you're tired, then you could go to sleep. I mean, I'm not forcing you to stay at all. I'm glad that you popped in though. If you're feeling tired, do what you need to do. Get some rest. Wake up in the morning. Open some more presents. Do what you need to do. I do as well. And it's just unfortunate, this whole situation. Again, I mean, we really don't know how it's gonna all, I don't know how it's all gonna pan out. Really, I just don't. I don't know if Nev Campbell is negotiating to be in it. What is she feeling like? That's just my question. What? Is she upset about the whole situation? Is she not gonna want to come back now? Obviously, because Paramount had did her dirty, for Scream 6. I really don't know how she feels personally, but I guess that all depends on how she feels, right? Same here, Val. It looks like 2025 right now. I just hope it is done right, and it must be well written. Oh, without a doubt, it's got to be well written. It can't. There's no way that you could ruin this trilogy. No way. How many Scream 7 that are doing? He's a Craven. The Scream ending, the ending of Scream 6 left me feeling like Sam and Tara's story was finished. So something new would be fine with me as long as they tie in some of the legacy characters. Oh, without a doubt. And I've been saying that I want something new, but a lot of people, it's going to be really interesting how they do it. If they decide, because I'm not saying again that it's going to be canceled, but it's very possible. Because again, you get more of your cast members that opt out. Well, you basically got no movie. So, but yeah, I agree with that. Definitely agree with that. I want to see something new for once. I don't want to see the same old, the same old stuff that we've seen time and time again. Like, I just want to see something new. Next day, I'm about to head out, prep for Christmas morning. Wow, Val, you got a point there. It made me think of the ending of Scream 6. Yeah, and I think that ending was perfect for, Jenna Ortega and Tara and Sam Carpenter's, characters, you know? So at least they gave them a proper ending, But Sydney, on the other hand, I don't feel like they gave her a proper ending. Like, I felt like they should have gave her, like, her ending should have been way better, like, far better than what they gave us. She was literally just sitting in the back of the ambulance, like, with Gail. That's basically all she was doing, and that's not really that to me isn't really a good ending. You know, I was hoping that they would do a little better, but that's why I feel like she should come back for Scream 7. When can I ask for my card? The only way Sam's story would continue is if she went to the dark side, and the ending of Cancer showed that she wasn't going to the dark side. Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of people saying that that Sam was definitely going to be the killer in Scream 7. Um, so I mean, who really knows, right? That could have been very possible. Even though I don't really necessarily think that she's I don't necessarily think that she's a I would prefer her as a killer than Sydney, because that's my biggest fear about Scream 7 is that they're gonna bring Sydney back or something and make her the Ghostface killer, which a lot of people were talking about, making her like the Ghostface killer and whatnot. And well, it's just basically a theory that people have. And I've been against this theory for quite a while. I talked about the theory quite a few times on the channel, but like it's just stupid, it's a stupid theory, the dumbest theory that I've ever heard. Because again, Sydney is the final girl. There's no way possible that she's going to be a killer, you know? And if they do make her the killer, that would only piss people off, including me. And probably you guys too. You guys are probably be pissed off at that as well if they decided to, make Sydney the Ghostface killer at the end or something. And a lot of people have been saying that Sydney's gonna be in the dark side and whatnot. Like no, we don't need that because again, she's a final girl. You know, she's basically been she survived every Scream film, but now you're all of a sudden gonna say she's a Ghostface killer? Like no, no, that doesn't make any sense. So I personally don't think that they should make her a Ghostface killer. Um, because I think it's dumb. It's probably the stupidest theory, definitely the stupidest theory out there, like that I've heard. The ones that were after her are all dead. So the ones that were after her are all dead. So there's no one else to come after her now. Right. Yep. I agree. Other than Stu. Possibly Stu, anyways. My Tatum and Dewey Death will always hurt me. Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, I always felt like a lot of people were also talking about like Tatum's death, and they felt like she should have been in Scream 2, which I agree with that because she's one of those characters that should have lived a lot longer. I feel like, um, but unfortunately they killed her off, and and Scream 1996, like her first, like she didn't even make it to Scream 2, like. She didn't even make it to the sequel. Like, I mean, it's crazy. No one has talked about it as or any or no one has talked about it. Only me. I talked about it. I mean, I talked about Tatum's death and whatnot. Tatum's death is another mistake. She was awesome supporting character to Sydney, without a doubt. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I felt like she was like Sydney's like closest friend, and I feel like she should have been at least in Scream 2 and even 3. If you were gonna kill her, you could have did it in like 2 or 3, especially like 3. Um, but personally, like I just think it was I agree with that. I personally think it was a mistake as well, just because again she was just one of those characters that I mean, she was a good character in my opinion. I had no problem with her. She's just one of those characters I felt like that had a lot more, kind of similar to Randy. Like it's just had a lot more in them, just didn't get enough, screen time or anything. Your mom contained is the truth. She shouldn't have been killed off. She shouldn't have been killed off. I would had loved to see her on the couch and sit. Oh, that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. A lot of people were even saying that. That would have been cool to see. Oh, my studio says you'll find it in my life is a man. Oh, okay. I still have the Cult of Ghostface's idea of Scream 7, and we're at Stu's house. How cool it'd be if they had guard dogs at Stu's house, and I have them guarding the property of Stu. Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, that would be awesome. Like having like guard dogs and whatnot, like at his house. That would be creative. Oh, that's good though. That's really good. You got to do that, right? I mean, yeah, the dynamic between Tatum and Sydney was awesome to see. And why not have two final girls? Exactly. That would have been awesome to see. Exactly. Because we would have had the same situation that we have now with Sam, that we had, with Sam and Tara. We basically would have had another final, like two final girls. So that would have been awesome to see. Totally agree with that. The one thing I hope they stick with is Scream setting for Scream setting. Oh, dude, that would be, oh man, that would be so awesome. Oh my gosh, that would be so awesome to like. That'd be something new, something creative, especially if you had like a snow setting or something. That would be pretty cool. Scream setting, no, or Scream setting. No, it will be about Scream 3. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely won't be like Scream 3 at that point. If they do a Christmas setting, like, which that's what you would want, you want them to do something different. You get back to the Christmas setting idea so that Scream or Christmas morning, Sydney got a present from unknown person. She opens a present and gets a picture of Sue. Oh, that would be awesome. That would be a crazy ending. But then again, that ending is, yeah, that ending. I agree, Tatum. That ending is a little weird to me, but at least you got gifts. I got nothing really. Yeah, I mean, I got a few things, like I was saying. I got a few, a couple shirts, and then body wash, of course. Really nothing special, but hey, I don't really expect much because again, I'm a grown up now, and you know, when you're grown and you're not a kid no more, it's a little different. You really don't expect. You really don't expect, a lot. I know, I am too. Just waiting. Well, guys, I'm going to finish prepping my stuff for dinner tomorrow. Merry Christmas to y'all. Okay, Val, thank you for popping in. And yeah, I think I'm about to get off here myself, here soon. Um, but yeah, Merry Christmas to you as well, and hope you have a great day tomorrow with family. I think everyone will return for Scream 7 and then get the money turn and ask for to be a part of this be a part of the move, and everyone settles down, and Melissa and Jenna will return and get the money they ask. I don't think that will happen personally, because again, Jenna Ortega is doing another project, so and plus Melissa Barrera is not gonna miraculously just come back, you know. She ain't gonna come back and just be like, well, act like nothing happened. Like, no. Like she got fired. So she's not happy about that. So of course she's not gonna come back. I'm so sad by all this news. I want my screen. I do too, man. But it's just it sucks. Yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, I think I'm about to call the night because again, I do got to get up, you know, early in the morning and for Christmas. But I just wanted to come on here for a little bit. Thank you, Craven. Thank you, Val and whatnot for, popping in. And Tatum and Scott Walker. Thank you guys for, again, showing some support. Um, Tomorrow, obviously, it's going to be a big day. So, gotta hang out with family and whatnot. And again, be sure to look out for another stream. Obviously tomorrow night, on Christmas night. So you guys probably already seen that on my channel. I scheduled another stream for tomorrow, um, for Christmas night. So be sure to join me for that because it's going to be a lot of fun. And then obviously, we got that New Year's stream coming up, December the 31st, which that would be a lot of fun. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. But anyhow, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Again, I know that I didn't, go for that long, but I am getting a little, relaxed now in a way. I'm kind of in agreement with Tatum. Like Tatum said that she was getting tired. I'm getting tired as well, in a way. Starting to get, more relaxed. So I think I'm gonna call it a night. Hope you guys enjoyed again the stream. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe button as always. And tomorrow I'll be coming back tomorrow night. So you guys look out for that. That's gonna be at the same time at 10:30, which that'll be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun. But yeah, so thank you guys for all you that didn't get to make it to the stream. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and leave a comment, and like comment down below for me. It helps. It helps me a lot if you guys hit the like button, and of course comment down below, and also hit the subscribe button for those of you that aren't subscribed to the channel. But yeah, tomorrow that's what we're basically gonna be doing. So we're basically just gonna be hanging out, talking about. Let me make sure. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna make sure what so Christmas night. So tomorrow night we're gonna be obviously talking about horror movies in general. So we could talk about the Halloween franchise, the Friday the 13th franchise, whatever. Um, it's actually gonna be a Christmas night, a horror like talk and hangout or whatever. So we'll basically talk about any horror movie, um, not just one movie. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow night. So again, be sure to, for those of you that can't make it, of course, be sure to watch the replay. And of course, watch the replay of this stream because again, it helps out. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I do gotta get up kind of early tomorrow for Christmas to hang out with my family. So hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, and until tomorrow night, Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a great Christmas, and have a great day opening presents and having spend time with family. But until then, guys, until tomorrow night, peace out. Good night, everyone.